Hi, it's Matt here. So in this video I'm going to talk about these little things, a little display unit you get when you have a smart meter installed. Personally, I've never bothered with them in the past. I found them a bit clunky and not particularly very useful. But in this case, with this new one, I've now connected it to my Wi-Fi and have now got the data on my smartphone, and it's become an awful lot more useful, particularly with the higher energy prices. So in this video I'm going to show you that, and hopefully it will help someone else if you've got one of these, the Geo Trio 2 unit. So I've recently moved premises and just had the original electric meter here replaced with this new smart meter. Don't look too carefully at the rest of it though, because this is the state of it, and actually we've just got to knock it down and rebuild. Anyway, when you have a smart meter fitted, the installer leaves you with a little display unit, and in this case it's the Geo Trio 2 touch button unit. So in the past I've had these. I had one of these at the previous property, a different brand, and I found it pretty useless, to be honest, and I never even switched it on. It was left in the box because I didn't really need to track the daily cost. It was all, for me, it was all about not using the electricity in the first place. That's how you save money. So I was just careful with the use rather than, you know, tracking it on the screen. However, now electricity's gone up an awful lot. I've gone from paying 14 pence per kilowatt hour during the day to 40 pence a kilowatt hour on Octopus Go, and my nighttime 4-hour off-peak rate was previously 5p and it's now gone to 7.5p. So I thought, well, let's start using this screen, but as before I found it very slow, clunky, and unless you're going to look at this all the time, I didn't find it very useful. But what I discovered is this unit had a Wi-Fi module in the back. That's that little unit there. So I connected this up to the Wi-Fi and then used my phone, and by using my mobile it's made the whole system of tracking your electricity a lot more user-friendly, a lot better data representation in the mobile than it is on the screen, and it's something that I actually now use. So these displays do have all the information on them, but I just find them a little bit clunky and a bit slow because you're limited to these little touch buttons at the bottom. But if we just quickly look at this one, we've got our current electricity and gas usage, and you can toggle between the wattage or the monetary values. You can press the home button here and go to usage. Let's look at electricity again, and then we can see the electricity usage again, how much you're spending, and you can look at days, weeks and months. But this particular unit I then discovered had this Wi-Fi module plugged in the back, and it was supplied like this, but the engineer didn't say it worked on Wi-Fi. But anyway, I went into the settings on here. Let's just go down to settings. I pressed the button too many times. You can see why I say these are a little bit clunky, because these touch buttons aren't very sensitive. And I then went down to Wi-Fi and I connected this up to my guest Wi-Fi, and then that allows you to then use the app. If you've got one of these Geo Trio units and yours doesn't have that Wi-Fi module snapped in the back, I've seen you can buy these separately actually on the internet. So once I'd connected the display unit to the Wi-Fi, I installed the Geo Home app on my phone, and that then syncs to that display unit, and you get a temporary code off the display unit which allows the two things to sync up. So let's show you now what the app looks like. So in my case, because I have the display unit on a different Wi-Fi, sometimes it can take 30 seconds or so when you open up the app here to actually see your meter, but I'm sure if you're on the same Wi-Fi you wouldn't get that. But anyway, what we're looking here is basically the same screen as what you get on that display unit. You can see your current electricity usage and your current gas usage, and if I click on the electricity half, it's then going to open up the data, an expanded view of the data, and we can see here on the chart that we're looking at today's electricity usage. I've used £2 worth of energy so far, and you can see the nighttime tariff from 12:30 to 4:30 there was a lot of usage because, let's see, last night the car was on charge and the dishwasher was programmed to run at night. So what I'm now doing is running the dishwasher, be running the tumble dryer and the washing machine between 12:30 and 4:30 to push all of these high energy use appliances to the cheap rate tariff to reduce our electricity bill. And actually, if I hit the top here, well, if I hit the arrow on the left at the top, we can go to yesterday. And as you can see again, a lot of usage during the night and very little during the day. And the night before, exactly the same. So that's the advantage of Octopus Go. It's just you shift as much as you can to that cheap rate nighttime tariff. And if I toggle back to today, you can see in light blue just about is the predicted usage. So this is getting more accurate now because it's been over a week or now I've had this, and it predicts how much you're going to use based on your past history. And you can see the little grey dot there is showing current time, and we're currently at 12:30 in the afternoon. And then just like you can on display unit, you can look at the weeks and you can look at the months and you can see your total cost. The other thing worth noting is down the bottom you can see the tariff, and it's 39.84 pence. This is only showing you the tariff at the current time. So I'm currently paying 7.5p for that nighttime electricity, and it doesn't show you the tariff there until you're in that period. And that's what confused me at first, because it looked like the display unit and this app only knew about the daytime rate, didn't know about the nighttime rate, but it does toggle at night and does get it all correct. So let's quickly now jump to the gas. It's basically the same. You can see when you're using the gas, what it's costing you, your predicted use. In our case, we've got a gas cooker with a gas hob and gas oven and a gas combi boiler. So the pattern is probably going to be a bit sporadic. I suppose you're cooking at the same time every night and the heating is generally coming on in the early hours of the morning. So there might be some sort of pattern forming here, but we haven't had this running for too long yet. So as you can see there, we've now lost connection. This doesn't normally happen because it will happen as soon as I start trying to record it. So what else can you see on the app? Well, we can press that middle button there and you can see your timeline, and this, as it says there, is going to give you important information about your system and energy usage. So we're getting a weekly summary of the electricity usage and the cost, and the gas usage and the cost. And then over here we've got the settings screen, and this is where you set up your app. You can set up your budgets. I haven't done that yet, but you can set what your budget, what you can afford, and then the app will show you when you're over budget, I guess. We can look at system health settings, and then of course your profile, which is your account with Neo Home. So overall, I found this system really useful having it on my phone. Not that it's now not working, but this will wake up in a minute. It's because I've got it on a separate Wi-Fi, and that does introduce that delay. And actually we've got a very poor link where the smart unit display is sort of outside of our Wi-Fi range anyway. We're using Google Home mesh, so it's connected now, but it is well out of range, so it is struggling a little bit. But anyway, it works most of the time, so I'm not too worried about that. But by having all this information on that, it's made it an awful lot easier. And what I'm frequently doing in the morning is I have a look here and I can just double check that things worked during the night. So as I said, we've got the car charging most nights, and we've got, when we need to use the dishwasher, the washing machine and the tumble dryer, we've shifted all of that to the nighttime use. And that has just been, using this app has just been very helpful, just so I can confirm that these things all switched on and worked. So whereas before I never used that display screen, and actually I wouldn't do where it's located, and it's a bit clunky and a bit slow. Using this app is an awful lot easier and quicker. So I guess I'm not using any less electricity apart from doing this shifting to cheap rate. But it's just nice confirmation that these things have worked, and I can look, as you can see, if I go back to yesterday, an awful lot of, well, majority of the electricity usage had been shifted to that cheap rate. So I'm doing as much as I can to keep that bill down, and this is just using this app is just a nice confirmation that all this is working, and we're keeping our electricity cost as low as we possibly can, because as everyone is finding out, these new energy prices are just horrendous, and it's costing an awful lot of money. So there we go, that's it for this video. Really just to show you that you can get a little bit more out of those screens if you connect them to your Wi-Fi and you get that data on your phone. I find that a lot more useful and more user friendly. So as always, if you found this video useful, please do click that thumbs up button on YouTube. It really does help. Do subscribe if you haven't. Use the search function, look at the back catalogue of videos, hundreds and hundreds of EV videos on the channel now. Not that this one was about electric cars, but it's about the fuel that goes in electric cars. Anyway, that'll do for now, and I'll see you on the next video.